Okay. Are you able to see my screen, Philip?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right. So you might have seen all the accessories that the product came with. One is the like the stand, and you would have received. I have somebody else join as well. Hey, Vivian. Was just speaking.
Hi.
Hi. So glad that you got the information. So I was just we were just starting. This is Phillips, and his wife gifted him for Christmas. And this is Vivian. I just spoke to her like 15 minutes back. Her dad gifted her the smart yoga mat too. So I really love that people are considering this item for gifting. I appreciate considering it as being a good gift. Okay, so I started off saying what is included with the product. You would have received the mobile holder where you can position the phone, and you'd have also seen a rechargeable battery that goes inside the mat so you can take it outdoors. And you also might have seen a skin, which is like, iPhone case kind of a pattern that can be used to protect your base mat. And obviously the mat itself, which looks like the base gray. And also you would have seen the power adapter and the charging cable that would have come with the mat as well. Okay, so those are the items that are included in the package itself. And moving on, like I'm going step by step with all the details about the product.
I'm gonna use my computer. You pick a phone, pick a scene.
I'm so sorry, Vivian, can you repeat that?
I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna use a computer to get in.
Oh, you're using the phone. Okay, got it. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
You can have the app on the side. I think Philips is already set up like that. Okay. So I was saying, the mat. So once you connect the mat to the power cable, you can turn it on. There's a power button on the mat that you can use it to turn it on. You would have seen that the mat changes colors when you power it on. It goes from green, white, and to blue. Blue means it is ready for the next step. Green and white means it is going through that boot process. Okay. So as you see on my screen here, there are various parts that have been identified. One, we call this as the control board, and like a LED light that is on the corner that indicates whether you're doing your posture correct or wrong. And then there are other few ports that help you charge the mobile as you're practicing as well, if you would like. So there's micro USB, the USB port, and then reset pinhole, obviously the power button that we talked about, and the charging point. And on the back, you would see that there is a rechargeable battery that you can plug it in, and also the tag, the asset tag ID. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, good to go. All right. So once you power up the mat and it is on blue, I believe Vivian and Phillips, you have downloaded the YogiFi app. So I know that Vivian has an iPhone. Philip, do you mind telling me what your phone model is?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to use my iPad when I actually use the Mac, but I also have it downloaded on my Samsung Galaxy Note.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Do you have any problems on downloading to Samsung Galaxy Note?
No, not at all.
Okay,
Nope.
good. All right. I know there were a few security measures that are being released, and some people did reach out to us and we had helped them out. So just wanted to check that you're good. All right. So once you install the app, it will take you through the whole account creation process. So I know that both of you have created an account already. Okay. Once you're on the dashboard screen that looks like this, This is where you can browse the classes that are available and you can launch the program.
Oh, I have a question.
Mhm.
I have an iPad too. I was thinking using it because my eyes are not that great. But then I come to this page. What is this? What is this that I give email? I thought it comes for notification. What is that?
What is its readout? It's glaring a bit. I'm not able to read it.
Oh, is this please provide an email to receive a YogiFi notification? So
Okay,
so
let's provide, like, did you create an account on that or did you sign in with your Apple ID?
oh, I create with an Apple ID.
You did log in with Apple ID?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and are there any options on the bottom?
It just say I have to email ID. So just give any ID.
Yeah, it is for just communications. You can provide any email ID.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
it's
this is a kind
nothing
of
wrong
session.
with Apple.
Any new features are coming up. We just would like to stay in contact with you. So that's why.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so we are through the step 1 where you powered it up and you've downloaded the app. So I was talking about these LED indicators. Blue means you're ready and to take the start of the classes on your mobile phone, on your app, I mean. Okay, so you might have created and you've set your goals, and then now you're ready to browse the classes and you're ready to start it off. Okay, before we start off the classes, on the home page, you see that mat icon right on top that you can click and see that your mat is already ready to go and paired. I know I've seen Vivian, she is ready to go on that. Philip, are you good with the screen? Did you check if your mat is paired? Okay, great. So there are a few other things here, like, you can run diagnostics and check the status of your mat. There are a few other features that you can explore later on this as well. Okay. Did you get a chance to browse the programs? Is there something that, you are interested in trying out today with me? Otherwise, I can stick to my standard how YogiFi works demo.
I just have a question. Sometimes like I was sometimes my knee hurts.
Okay. So
And
okay, so for kind of questions related to the variations, we will connect you with a trainer so you can discuss with the trainer directly on the kind of variations that you would like or the precautions you might have to take into postures. Okay, so today
okay.
I'm going to focus more on the product features and how to use the product. But as you go through the classes, there is an option to connect with the teacher and you can discuss with her about specific situations. All right. So I'll start off with how YogiFi works. So Phillips, did you try anything yet?
I did not. I just did the basic
Calibration.
setup.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is also an initial step of calibration wherein you can, the mat assess your body and your skills and tries to kind of come up with what suits best for you as an option that is available. But today I'm going to start off with, and which I recommend to you, is also how YogiFi works. It's just a quick 3 or 4 postures thing that you get a hang of the product. Okay, so once you click on how YogiFi works, enroll and begin practice, and both you and Vivian can work with me. Once you start off with begin practice there.
Well, I have to set up my mat.
Welcome to YogiFi.
Sorry, what's that, Vivian?
Oh, I said I have to set up my mat. I just put it away.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, sure.
Let me see. Connecting to the.
Maybe Philip, would you like to do it with me, along with me? You can try. Okay. So I've just started the session here. Gonna give the instructions to you. You can mute yourself and follow the instructions that the mat provides.
Palms shoulder width apart and feet together. Keep your core engaged. Strengthening muscles and muscles. Breathe gently to the mat. Palms are shoulder width apart together on the mat. Excellent. Those core muscles. Exhale.
There you go. It's a nice plank. I'm gonna pause until you complete like a couple of postures. I'm gonna take any questions you have.
So I did one. I did the first one, and I did the second one where you go down,
That's
bring your arms down, chin. So when the YogiFi goes red, that means something's wrong, right? I'm not in the correct position. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, and it's going to tell you what you're doing wrong and give you some correction. You can follow through the audio cues.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I know the second one is a tough one where you need to keep your hips high, but the rest of the body touches the mat.
Sorry, which is the one that you're not doing it correctly? That what was the color that they
The
will
red.
say?
The red
The
color.
red.
Yeah.
I see. I'm still connecting, but I mean,
Take your time. I'm here. Phillips, how did the next Cobra posture go? Was it better?
Oh, I had paused. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead with it.
Yeah, just do another two so you can see the corrections.
Okay, got a check mark.
Yeah,
Going on to the next one.
yeah. The next one is also slightly harder, but you can give it your best on the feet. Need to keep your feet flat.
That ain't gonna happen.
There you get it there.
Flexibility is my issue.
Okay, you can pause again. Or you want to do the plank again?
Okay, I paused.
Okay, how did the downward dog go? Did it give you a green light?
Between green and blue. Yeah, my feet weren't flat.
Yeah, so
That's
I think it's going to help improve your flexibility when you try to get it flat, but you can work on it. It is still going to give you like an orange. Orange means it's like you're almost there. Green is like you're there. So it gives
okay.
like, stages. Red is like outright incorrect.
Okay. All right.
So you can exit and then we can move on to see kind of statistics that you can track.
Okay.
So on the
Exit.
exit.
Let's start with plank pose. Keep your palms shoulder width apart and feet together. Keep the core engaged.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I think we exited probably early. Otherwise, once you complete the program, let me show you the screenshot here. It gives you like these kind of statistics that you can monitor. Sorry here. Yeah. So it measures your body, mind-body balance in general. Sorry, heart, mind, body, and heart. Tells you how many calories you burned and what is your state of mind. And it also further gives you your heart rate and like generally goes over how many goals are you able to achieve. Once you go further, it also is going to give you a posture by posture analysis. Like if you see the screenshot here, you'd see which postures you got right, which postures you need to work on, the improvement in flexibility and all those information as well. Okay.
Yes.
If you have an Apple Watch, you can also pair it with Apple Watch, and it captures the activity time, obviously with the calories, and also further it gives you haptic feedback when you're doing it right and wrong. I know in the initial stages when you're getting a hang of it, you'd constantly go and look at the LED light, but with Apple Watch, you're gonna get that haptic feedback, so you don't have to constantly look at the LED light. And Vivian, how did your postures go?
I did one, and the second one they keep on telling me, "Nice try." I get a red line.
The
The
second
second
one,
one, I got a red light, and I don't know what I did wrong, but
so the second one is definitely a hard one. You need to keep your hips higher and rest of the body on the mat. So the knees, the toes have to be tucked in, and your chest have to be on the mat along with the chin too. So there are majority of touch points on the mat except your hip.
oh, okay. And my feet is also touching it too, right?
Yes, your feet is also touching it, and it's just curled like how you do in plank. So directly from plank, you would put all of your body down and lift your hips up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I see.
And
Yeah,
it needs a little bit of training and some time to practice. If you're a beginner, it would take some time. But the thing is, don't get discouraged by the red light. Do your best, and our teachers generally say that it takes 21 days to get into the posture that is like 100% perfect. So don't lose your heart and practice every day, and by the end of 21 days you would get that perfect posture. Okay, and then you can, after that, it's two other easy postures, which is cobra and a downward dog. Those two are easy postures. You can try them as well. Okay.
okay.
All right. And then during the program, you also have these options to customize. If you're seeing my screen, generally our program has like an introduction. You get to see what is the sequence you would be following, followed by a warm up, and then the class itself. And then you would have meditation and breathing exercises to cool your body down. That is the general flow of a program. But here on the customized settings, you can customize based on the time that you have. You can skip the warm up or you skip the cool down, whatever you would like. You have the option of a quiet mode too. Like, sometimes you're outdoors and you don't want all these corrections or beeps. You can have like a turn on the quiet mode. So it is just quietly recording your postures as you're doing it, without bothering you with corrections. Additionally, you also have an option to, give you more number of corrections if you're working on it. And you can also customize the number of times you're practicing that routine, like whether you want to do it 1 time or 2 times or 3 times as well. So when you try to schedule it for 3 times, the kind of leniency keeps increasing. So first time it's quite lenient, Second time, it makes you do, little more longer. And the third time is going to be like much more harder. So it takes you through those levels as well. Okay. And okay, any questions so far?
So what are those classes? Like it comes with this thing or like at any time, or it's in the selection?
The classes on the app, yeah, you can, it's on demand, like you can do them whenever you would like.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so these are the classes for your goals. You would see like stress management, energy booster, general fitness. All of those are classes that you can select, browse and select whatever works for you. If you're a beginner, the best program to start with is that energy booster, which is a sun salutation sequence of 12 postures. Your flexibility improves and you'll feel quite energetic by just that one class. So if you're a beginner, I would recommend starting off with that class and try to practice that consistently for 21 days. And then you can enroll into another program and, try out few more programs. You can do that even in parallel to energy booster as well. But if you're a beginner, that's the program that I would recommend.
Yeah, I never really do yoga.
Okay. How about you, Phillips? Have you tried yoga before?
Yeah, I actually used to do a Diamond Dallas Page yoga workout thing he had. I don't know if you heard of it, DDPY, and stopped it for a while. And my wife asked me if I feel better when I'm doing the yoga stuff. I tell her, yeah, it feels better when I get stretched out and everything, and flexibility. My knees don't hurt as bad and stuff like that. So that's why I'm getting back into it.
Perfect. How long did you practice the last time you started?
Oh,
About 3 months.
probably 3 or 4 months.
3 months. Okay, nice. Okay. So I'm glad you're getting back to it, and I hope it's a better experience with YogiFi. Hey, Steve, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Yeah, hi, how are you? I'm sorry I'm late.
No worries. We kind of went through what's included in the product and how to start a session. I believe you have already worked on it. Do you have any
Okay.
questions that you would like to discuss today regarding how the class itself?
Well, I'm curious as to the classes. Yes, I've only done, as you know, I had some problems with my Android phone. So I've only had one go at it. I'm looking forward to getting into it in the coming weeks.
Perfect.
I'm curious about what classes are available, or on my best to just go on my own and try it myself.
Yeah. So if you're a beginner in yoga, which I think you're not, you're already seem to be a quite fit person. So you can go for a stronger class, I guess.
Okay.
So the energy booster is the beginner class that I was recommending for Vivian because she is a beginner. But
Okay.
I would recommend morning fresh or yoga for athletes, which are slightly challenging. And
Okay.
if you really want to challenge further, flexi spine and fit and strong. Those are the other classes that I would recommend.
So I got morning fresh.
Fit and strong.
You had morning fresh, something for athletes. What was that?
It's yoga for athletes.
Yoga for athletes. What was the third one?
Flexi spine. It works on your back.
Flexi spine. Wow.
Yeah.
And then the last one.
Those are like the intermediate versions. But you can also
the three. Those three are good. Sorry.
You can also go through the description on the classes to see whether that those are the postures that you would like to try. So as you go and click on the program, you can browse the kind of postures that are included in that program.
Yes.
You can see whether they're challenging enough for you.
Okay, great. All right.
Well, I will like a lot of twists and stuff. I feel chakra balance is also a good one.
Okay.
I'm sure if you try one program a day, you'll probably cover it all. and then what's your
Well, I'll have a lot of fun exploring and figuring out which ones work for me. You're right. I am a jogger, so, I do have some flexibility, as a jogger or runner does, but of course, when I look at some of the positions you put us in, I'm not used to those positions. Even what's the one that's like, you call it mountain, I think.
Mhm.
That's not a position that comes very natural to me. I tried it.
Phillips also was saying the same thing. So he was also having a little bit of difficulty in getting your flat, going there flat. But
Yeah.
the thing with yoga, as you know, is the consistency, and same like with jogging, it's the consistency that's going to get you there. But
Okay,
it will definitely work in the right way in healing your body overall.
super. Looking forward to it. And
Hey,
now,
Does yoga
especially I've got
help
the
you to
Android.
relax? Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Now,
ahead.
I can say now I've got the Android phone working. I can't wait to jump in.
Yeah,
I just couldn't.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was Philips has a Samsung Note. I started off asking whether he had any difficulty in installing. He said it was smooth. So hopefully it was only that S21 with the security thing. And we did
Yes.
hear from a couple of other customers having the same model, but I think we have
Yes,
a solution.
that's great. I'm so glad we've gotten beyond it. Thank you.
Cool. Vivian, you had a question?
Yeah. Does yoga help you to like meditate or relax or sleep or something like that? Like before you go to bed?
Oh, there is one of my favorite programs is Sound Sleep. And if you do it right before bedtime, like obviously you need to give a little bit of time between dinner and yoga. But if you do that, it makes me sleep like a baby. So it works like magic if you have sleep issues. So try that Sound Sleep program. It's really effective.
You do it like an hour before you sleep, or I never do yoga, so I don't know what is it. Like,
No, it's generally like have your dinner, give it like another hour before you do yoga, do this
Mhm.
sound sleep, and then go to bed. It'll make you so you'll have a better sleep.
Oh,
You can sleep right after yoga. That's effective.
cool.
I see that few more people have joined. Hey girls, how are you? And I see somebody else too. Would you like to unmute yourself and introduce yourself? Hi girls, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Listening to interesting things you're saying.
Cool.
Right.
I know you've
Read.
tried a couple of programs. How is it going? Any questions that you
I
would like
already
to
did,
ask?
I already did the 21st day of the first program,
Oh,
and I will
nice.
start second session because I'm still not ready. I need some improvements. That's it.
That it's a journey. It is even if you do it for like 2 years or 3 years, it is still like, you would want to, it's a journey basically. You would want to improve on few more things even though you practice consistently. But I hope you're getting there and you've seen yourself grow in the journey.
Definitely, yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm not quite sure. I think there's one more person. Would you like to introduce yourself? Is it Renee?
Yeah, this is Reena.
How are you, Rina?
I'm good.
Yeah, did you try out the mat yet? Do you have any questions that I can help you with?
Yeah, actually I joined, but I'm not able to communicate. I was busy, so I thought let me at least see. No, I haven't tried even yet. I have to do setup. So
Oh,
I
got
need
it.
help in setting up.
Oh, I'm happy to help you, Reena. So since we actually covered that setup with a few other customers on the line, I'm going to cover with you towards the end of the meeting so I don't take up others' time too. Okay, but you stay with me.
Any other day you have this meeting, I can attend. Today I'm not able to actually. So I wanted to ask before getting off.
I see. Just I think we'll just take another 5 to 10 minutes towards the end of the meeting and then we'll cover it all. Okay.
Okay.
Hey Phillips, I'm coming back to you. Do you have any other questions that before wrapping up?
Oh, I
No,
have a question.
This is good. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank
I
you.
have a question. How would you get to the screen? It says session preferences. I just press on the the one you recommend, the
This
I
one?
forgot, what was it?
Oh, you are asking me where is the screen that I'm sharing with you on the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to those programs,
Mm,
let's say click on the Energy Booster program,
okay.
and do you see that gear kind of an icon on the bottom there?
Oh.
And you click
Hmm,
on it, it shows you that screen.
let me try again. This is. Okay. I go here. It says I'm not sure. Continue practice. Okay, and there's a star. Is that what you mean? There's
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the, yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And
So
what's
let me-
retry? Retry means like you can just practice a couple times and then they will stop.
Yeah, so we give you the it depends on the number of corrections you would like. You know, if you, for some postures, if you know that you know, this is something that I'm working on and I don't need corrections as much, then you can turn it off or just get one correction, whatever works. Or if you want to try harder to get that posture right, then go for that 3 times, where it gives you, you know, analyzes your posture 3 times and gives you the feedback. It's more extensive
you-
feedback versus less.
So you try it 3 times and then they will tell you whether it's right or not.
It gives you corrections 3 times.
Oh, okay. Got it. And what's rounds mean?
Rounds is the number of times you would like to practice that routine.
That particular posture.
Routine, yeah, that posture, that whole sequence.
Oh. Okay, I'm all set.
Good, okay.
All
All right, let me cover the mat care instructions real quick, and I will let people who would like to log off go. You would have received the skin. This is recommended, you know, to put recommended to go on top of your base mat, so it protects the overall mat. Even if you get anything on it, you can just use any disinfectant wipes and wipe it clean, no worries. And you can order more of these. This can probably take 1 year of wear and tear. And if you, and the base mat, if you constantly use it with the skin, it'll be like completely brand new. Have any of you used the rechargeable battery yet? Okay, so you
I
can
plugged it in. I plugged it in and charged it up.
okay, cool. All right. So all you need to do is just, yeah, open it and then put the battery in. I'm just gonna show it. Phillips, have you done this?
Yes. Yep. We did that yesterday.
Okay, so it is already charged over. Now you can actually take it outside. So a full battery generally gives you at least 3 full classes, or it works for around 1.5 hour practice time. And it can stay inactive time for longer as well. Okay.
That's great.
And
So we
then-
can take the mat outside is what you're saying. We don't have to stay inside. We can go to, if the weather's nice, put it on your deck or on a lawn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that'll be nice.
Mhm. And anytime you have questions, you can go into the mat settings here on the account. So you see
Yeah.
the 4th icon there on the footer, you can go there and there is contact us. You can start a chat with our support team, tech support team if you have any.
Okay. I have a quick question for you. If you're, you know, they've got the little device there to put your phone and acts as a camera. What
Mhm.
if you're standing up, you're doing a standing exercise? Is that camera going to really capture you
Yes,
in a vertical mode versus a kind of horizontal mode?
that is correct. Actually, a good point. Let me cover that, Steve. So when you're browsing the programs, you would see a small icon on the top there that tells you that it's a MAT only program versus the MAT plus V, which means that it uses vision as well to monitor.
Okay.
It has more standing postures. So if you click the mind body balance, seems to be a vision plus program, so I can enroll on it. So
Yeah.
what happens is you would put the phone about 4 feet distance to the mat, so it can cover the entire body, and it's gonna
Okay.
scan your standing postures as well. So if you see this, yes, it's got like a back bend and like a eagle pose. So all of these have like different joints that it is going to capture through the camera and analyze the
Mm,
posture. So you
wow.
look at
How
that.
interesting.
Yeah, you can try this vision, how that works. Yeah.
Mhm. Fantastic. That's a good clue with that little M plus V. Then that's the giveaway that if the video is going to be used.
Yeah, I mean, that the camera is going to be used. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Gotcha.
I just want to emphasize that, we are not capturing and saving the video. I know there are a lot of privacy issues related to it. So we just want to be clear saying that it's only being captured at that time to analyze your posture, and then it's being discarded.
Gotcha.
Um,
And there's no calibration for setting up that 4 feet. You just have to trust that if you go about 4 feet, it should all be fine.
there is a calibration. It also tells you whether you can see your entire body.
Oh, nice. So it does give you some feedback. Okay.
So there's one more point that I forgot to cover. I will let Philip leave after that, and he's been patiently waiting with us. So there is a MAT operating system as well. So there are 2 softwares that we work with. One is the app itself, and then there is a MAT software, the software that goes on the MAT. We kind of release it very rarely on the MAT, but basically what you need to do is to connect your MAT to Wi-Fi and then update it when we release a new version. A new version might be released towards the new year when we are launching another program. It's like New Year, New You kind of named program. It's a weight management program. So when we release new programs, you might have to update your MAT operating system. And it's very simple. You would go to
How do we know if our mat's at the currently the most current?
Yeah, so this MAT icon there, that green one, when you click on it, it will show that this is your version. And if you don't have an update MAT there, that means you're already on the correct version.
Okay, great.
Okay. And this app notification on top will tell you, obviously you'll receive a notification when there is a new version being released. And you would have like how the screen I'm showing, you would have that update MAT button, and you can update it. That will give you access to the new postures that we have added or new classes we have added. Okay. All righty then. Thank you so much for joining us, Phillips. And I hope you have a nice practice, and feel free to connect with us anytime you have questions.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for setting this up. Appreciate it.
Really pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye, Phillips. Vivian, any
Bye-bye.
questions?
Thank you.
Not yet. I have to use it in order to know some more. I haven't really done much.
And you have my number. Don't hesitate to call me if you have any questions.
Okay, I would.
Thank you.
What's your time zone? Are you the same time zone as me?
Where are you? I am on the East Coast.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
So same time zone.
So yeah, same
We
time.
all set. Okay.
Really pleasure
All right.
connecting with you today, Vivian. Bye.
Bye.
Steve, how's it going?
Good. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, good. I wouldn't mind seeing the first slides that I missed, so
Oh.
I can hang on a little bit.
Absolutely. It looks like Rena left. And she was in a hurry, but I'll connect with her.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually covered what comes inside the package. I think you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
And we covered what are the parts of the mat, like you would have that control board, the asana indicator, the LED indicator that we talked about. And there is USB port as well. So if you want to charge your phone while practicing, so you can
Oh, wow.
connect your USB port for charging
Mhm.
your phone. And then there is a reset pinhole that we use for some kind of troubleshooting if you have issues.
Okay.
You know, the power button, charging button, the battery holder, and then the asset tag ID in case you have any issues where your phone is not automatically identifying the mat. You can use the
Yeah.
QR code here to scan the
You can
code.
use the what?
Mat. The QR code.
Where are you, the QR? Oh, yeah, I've done that. I actually use the QR code. Tell me more about the Asana indicator. Is that telling me things while I'm doing the exercise?
It is basically just a light. So
Yeah.
let me show you the screen. So there are colors that it glows. First,
Yeah.
obviously, when it boots, green
Yeah.
means it is booting up, and white, it's like, it's in a ready state, and blue is where you're ready to pair the phone and take off, pass the orders to the mat. There are
Okay.
other colors during your practice, which is red. Obviously, it's wrong. It gives you that blip blip
Okay.
sound. And
Yeah.
orange is it's quiet, where you're trying to get into the posture, but you're not quite
Okay.
there yet. It gives you an orange. Green, your
Okay.
posture is 100% correct.
Oh, excellent. Wow. So it's giving me feedback. I can just look at the colors and know how well I'm getting the posture right.
Yeah. And I was also checking how Phillips was doing. I mean, in the beginning, your eyes would constantly go to that LED indicator because you want to get that green light and make yourself happy, right? But
Yes.
over time, you would, you don't have to, it's not good for you to start paying more attention to that LED. So you just want to be focused on your yoga practice more.
Yeah, you can let go of it. Once you think you're getting close, you can stop looking at it and
Correct.
maybe just listen for the beeps. Listen to the beeps come in as
Exactly.
well.
Exactly. So I was recommending take the audio cues. It's a happy sound and versus a blip blip sound. So
Yes.
even in like the mountain pose, I know that he was like constantly looking at it. Is it done yet? Is it green yet? Like, So I was
Well,
telling him it's probably not good for you to look at that indicator in that posture for so long.
yeah, I think I collapsed once. I got the bing bing, the double bing. I go, oh, okay. Well, it knows I couldn't hold the mountain that long.
Yeah, it is a tough one. The one before that, Cobra is okay, but the one before that, Ashtanga, where you have
Yeah.
to only your hips and rest of the body is on the mat, is a very tough one too.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So please continue.
So Gils, do you have any quick questions for us?
Actually, no, I'm listening. I will do the night routine. I will start because I didn't know it was
The sound.
available. I will start now. For me, it's already 10 o'clock, so it's a good time.
Okay, good. Yeah, I hope it's been an hour at least since you have had your dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have some problem with the purring sometimes, but well, it goes this way. Just need more time to purr each time. Maybe because I don't know, the Wi-Fi is not so good. I don't know.
Okay. What is the phone model that you're using?
The 13 iPhone.
The iPhone 13. Okay. And you have
Yes.
the latest version also, right? Okay.
Yes, every morning I have to be very patient because sometimes it says it's not paired, but after it goes, I just get my coffee and then when I come back, it's not immediately, but it comes after a while.
Do you have only one mat or two mats, guys?
I've got one mat.
One mat, okay. Because sometimes, the weather, I'm just trying to understand if the mat is detecting two mats and it doesn't know which one to connect or something like that. I've had multiple mats, so during the demos and stuff, but I haven't seen the issue that you're facing. Next time, do me a favor and send me a screen recording and let me see what's going on. That way I'll understand better.
Va bene. Okay.
But
Thank you
you're
very
saying that it connects eventually, but it takes a little bit of time to detect.
Yeah,
right?
that's not immediately, because usually when I do my yoga before Yoga Fit, it was like just right away I wake up and then I take my breakfast. And
Mm,
sometimes I just have to take my breakfast before, just because I don't want to wake like
yeah,
like this thing. So
true.
just this. But I think I'm sure it will be set up by himself.
Correct. And can you also tell me if you see if you're on the latest version of the mat software too? That's
Yes,
1.7.
yeah. I always update everything.
Okay, got it. Okay. All right. So please share a screen recording. So let me see where it's taking time and what's going on. That way it will help me troubleshoot wherever the problem is.
Yes, I will. I
Okay.
will. Thank you very
Thank you. All right. So going back to the presentation, we covered about going through the boot mode. That's the main thing, actually. I think some of them had that issue, Steve, where they were trying to pair the mat when it was still green and they felt, hey, it's
Yes,
not working. Um,
right.
During that process, we do request, wait for the mat to turn blue and then pair. It does take
Yep.
about a minute to minute and a half for the boot mode to complete. So waiting till
Okay.
light and then pairing is better. That's another
So do
note.
I have, if I have a question, do I have to pair every time I exercise, or does it sort of remember it's paired and I don't have to go through that more than once? What's the answer to that?
It remembers, Steve.
Oh, it does.
Pair it one
Good.
time and then it remembers. Yeah.
Right.
That's why I was trying to check with Gills whether he has two mats and whether that is why it is requesting you to pair. But generally, my mat, my phone, even if I switch, like I keep switching mats so much, but even when I switch, it can easily detect what is the available active mats and it connects immediately.
Okay, great. Good.
And we went through those colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked about, installing the app and going through the goals.
Yeah.
And here is where I requested them like an alternate way when you feel that the mat is not being paired. You can go to that mat settings and use that pair mat manually to scan the QR code.
Very good. Yeah.
And then we also talked about Apple Watch integration. Yeah, we covered YogiFi programs and Apple Watch integration. Phillips had an Apple Watch, so I was telling him, instead of looking at the LED indicator, that you get haptic feedback on Apple Watch. It gives you that different kinds of vibration as well when you're doing it right and when you're doing it wrong. So you can use those cues as well.
Very cool.
And then there's also personalize your mat, which is like launching that calibration sequence for yourself. So it understands what your goals are and what your skills are. So it goes through some kind of personalization of that mat.
Okay.
And then we are going to introduce something called posture training. Like you said, mountain pose was difficult, right? How do you get your feet flat? So we're coming up
Mhm.
with kind of a warm-up exercises that you can do when you're trying to get one of those postures right. Like even that
Oh, cool.
Ashtanga one is a very tough one where you need the rest of the body has to be flat except your hips. This could be harder. So what we are trying to do is posture training, as in taking one posture and what are the warm-up exercises that are required to master that particular posture.
To get you there. Okay.
Yeah. So that's coming soon. Hopefully we should roll it out in the next 2 months.
Okay.
It's coming. We covered about YogiFi Vision, which is the camera aspect that we talked about.
Yep.
And also we are adding a screen where you can set yourself like practice reminders. So, you try to stay consistent in your practice overall.
Mhm. Okay.
And then I think you joined us at this point where we browsed all the programs and the session preferences. Yeah.
All right. That's right. I'm on, I think. I have a question for you, Chet. What's a good amount of time to budget? Either it's 3 times a week or 4 times a week, or is it half an hour, an hour? I mean, if I want to feel some progress as a newbie, should I be doing, 45-minute sessions, an hour, or 30 minutes? Fine. I'm curious.
So what we have designed here, Steve, is 15 to 30-minute sessions. Okay.
Oh,
The reason we try to keep it short is because we want to encourage more consistency than longer sessions. If you need to
Yeah.
dedicate 1 hour sessions, obviously people can only do that twice or thrice a week. But our more
Yes.
focus is to kind of encourage consistent practice. So we
Yeah.
have these shorter classes that you can squeeze in any time of the day. And again,
So, go ahead.
and the big
Go ahead.
aspect of yoga is also that whole breathing and meditation. So we want to make sure that you incorporate that as well in that 15 to 20 minutes of workout as well. So
So if I was your ideal student, would I be doing that 15 to 30 minutes 5 times a week, 3 times a week, 7 times a week? What's the best to really get the benefit of it as you get started?
our teachers recommend every day, Steve. Teachers recommend 7 days a week, even if it is just 10 to 15 minutes a day, because the good practices or good habits form with the daily practice. Hopefully towards that 21 days is where you feel that it comes naturally to you and you don't have to push yourself harder. So our mantra has been to kind of practice. That's why you have all these customizations, like, skip warm up or skip cool down. If you want to have a quick one, just do that in minutes. And then, but stay more consistent. And we also want the recommendation from the teacher is to kind of practice the same postures 21 days. So you can see yourself how you've progressed in those postures. When you're constantly changing the postures, the muscle memory, there's a lot of that muscle memory and all of that aspect as well, right?
Okay.
So you want to be able to work towards those specific goals that you're working towards. So stick to a process, stick to that routine for 21 days is our recommended journey.
Okay. And each of the routines, each of the classes are about 15 to 30 minutes, right?
It ranges, yeah. The Fit and Strong, I believe, is like the longest one. But the Energy Booster, again, you have the option of reducing the number of times you want to do that routine. You can customize it to 1 time or to 3 times. And it, if you do it 3 times, it's the same routine, but it gets harder every time because it's making you stay longer in that posture too.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So what do you think would be a good one for me to start off with? You listed a whole bunch there, but it sounds like I should pick one and do it for 21 days.
That is correct. Yeah. My favorite one is Energy Booster. Even though I am a yoga practitioner, I've been practicing. I always love that sun salutation sequence. It's like stretches every part of your body. So that's
lovely. That sounds great. I may start off with that one then too.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll try that athletes one next,
Athletes one has a bow pose where you'll have to, the bow, where you'll have to
Not
kind of touch your feet. It goes like this. So that's slightly tough.
Oh my goodness.
But it's again to increase that flexibility for athletes. Like, you have to bend your knees and then your feet and then lift your
Look at that.
So,
I wonder if I can even reach my feet.
but those kind of postures, it can go through that posture learning that we are going to start. So then it get there slowly.
It kind of understands I'm not going to be perfect right at the beginning. Yeah.
And in this one, it gives you that red light. There are some postures we know we cannot do it, right? And when it gives you the red light, it demotivates you a little bit. So we are trying to come up with a feature where you can skip the asana. You just double tap the mat, say that, okay, I got this. I'm not ready to do this yet. So it skips
Yeah.
that posture for you.
Move on. Yeah, move on. Yeah, let's move to the next one.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's something that
Just-
we want to implement. The teachers are not happy with that feature because they feel it breaks the routine.
Yeah.
And if you start skipping everything, I mean, so they're not happy with that feature. We need to kind of
Okay.
come up with this correct way to implement it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just a quick one. I've just, hello?
Yeah, guys, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, just a quick one. I've just checked now. My sessions went to another program now. Is it possible to go back? Because
So
I would like to do the morning routine, because it's going fresh morning now directly. So I believe I didn't set
there's
up
an
on the
exit
beginning.
button when you click. So you've entered the wrong program by mistake. There should be an exit button there, guys. Do you see it?
I'm going back.
Okay.
So I'm going home. I've got morning fresh, and the one that I was using before was energy booster. So I can go back. Oh, yeah, okay, I can do it.
Yeah, you can just browse on the for your goals, or here you
Yes,
on that
Enroll.
search on the top.
Okay,
You can go and search for sound sleep there.
okay, and I will do 2 retries. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Sorry.
I know it's quite late for you guys. Do you have any questions for you before we wrap up?
I'm fine. Thank
You're
you very
good?
much. For
So this is
yes.
the sound sleep one. It's one of my favorite programs. I have sleeping issues, but this does help me a lot.
I'm gonna do my first sleeping session in 5 minutes.
Okay, all right. I'll let you go then. And
Thank you very much.
you've been in touch with us via support. So any
Yeah.
questions, feel free to reach out to us again.
Can I use it without the map, only the Apple Watch, because I'm gonna go on holiday from tomorrow,
Mhm.
and I'm not going to take my map with me. Did the Apple Watch will at least record the sessions?
No, so it cannot work just with Apple Watch and without the mat.
Okay, good. That's it.
But
Thank
can-
you. Have a good
Take them out
night
with
for
you.
me. Good day for you.
Guys, I can recommend one quick hack for you, because if you practice today and you go through the detailed instructions, but you can see the pictures here and practice on during your vacation without the mat.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. Thank
See
you very
you.
much.
Have a nice
Have a good day. Bye bye.
All
Bye.
right, well, thank you, everybody.
All right, bye, Steve. Do you have any? I thought you
Thank
had more
you.
questions for me. You're done?
Yeah. And now is your next session you have in a couple of days, is that gonna be repeating this, or is it a
It
little
is
bit
going
more
to be a
advanced?
repeat, yeah. I'm just because we have had such good sales on Amazon.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we do understand it's it's an innovative product that requires some hand holding. So we are
Yes.
offering weekly sessions.
So this will be you're repeating this 2 or 3 times for those Christmas buyers. That's great. Good idea.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you. See you then.
Well, thank you very much.
Bye.
Take
See you.
care now.
You too.
Bye.